Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming. Appreciate you joining us for this grand opening of Towne Park here in Brazil, Indiana. You know, anytime we start a program like this, I always step to the front and I'm waiting for somebody to, tap their glass or get everybody's attention. And I've noticed, I started carrying around a black notebook recently. I keep all my notes in here, make lists, make to-do lists. And when I step to the front of the room behind the pulpit in a dark suit with a black book, everybody gets quiet all of a sudden. So I appreciate that. As soon as I stepped up here, everybody got quiet. It's time to start the service. So again, I can't tell you how grateful I am for all of you to come out today and help us open this beautiful center here in Brazil. I am Tom Watts. I'm the CEO and president of Exceptional Living Centers, and just want to tell you that over the last 18 months, we've talked with so many seniors here in the Brazil community, and it's just been such an outpouring of support of people who are so excited to have the first assisted living center in Clay County. And we're proud on behalf of Emerald Shelter Group, the not-for-profit owner-operator of this center, to come here and open this facility today. So thank you. Have so many people here. I can't believe the amount of support that we have. Have a few people that would like to say a few words and greet this crowd. And the first person I want to introduce is Steve Wood, the chairman of Emerald Shelter Group. Hold that close to your mouth there.
Thanks, Tom. I'm happy to be here on behalf of Emerald Shelter Group, which is a collection of companies that own nursing and retirement living facilities around the country, including 4 or 5 in Indiana. The first ones were in Indiana, and consequently the first names of the first companies that we had was Who's Your Care, and then got the Who's Your Care 2 and Who's Your Care 3, and so we finally decided we better get to a less confusing collection of names, so we adopted the name Emerald Shelter Group just to encompass all of the activities that we do. And we're really happy to be here. We love Indiana, and we love this facility. We're really pleased with the way this has turned out, and we think it's good for the community, and certainly it's going to be good for us. And we appreciate your turnout here. And I will turn you over to somebody that you probably already know, can tell you more about what's going on than I can. Mark Thompson, Vice President of the Clay County Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Mark.
From a Chamber of Commerce perspective, we get very excited when we see 30 new jobs added to Brazil and see beautiful structures such as this. And but what's really going on here is something much more than just jobs added and beautiful structures. It's much more personal than that. I'm also a pastor. So when you stood up, I thought, this looks like the Southern Baptist Convention. But for me, on a personal level, this place is meeting a need that was very real to Clay County. Tell you about one of my parishioners, Harold Plunkett, born and raised in Clay County. He would love to ride along with you and show you exactly where he was raised. A beautiful farm out in the country, in the middle of Clay County. World War II veteran, and he has a lot of stories that goes along with that as well. After World War II, a friend of his that he made in the war asked him to head out west with him, and said, Harold, I need your expertise in farming, and I have a ranch, and maybe we can share. And Harold liked the sound of that, and he told his sweetheart prior to World War II, if you would like to join me, meet me at this train station on this particular day and catch this particular train. And she did. And they went out west together. And they thought they were going to be raising their family out west until the spring came and the ground thawed, and so did the rattlesnakes. And Betty says, I'm going back to Clay County. And Harold thought that was a great idea to join her, and they have been here ever since. As his pastor, I officiated his wife's funeral just a few years ago and worked with his family quite a bit with how can we best care for Harold. And as a lifelong resident of Clay County, a generation who helped make Clay County a great place to live, I'm pleased and thrilled that Harold gets to remain in Clay County because of Towne Park. And from that perspective, I say thank you. Nick and Chandra.
Okay, ready?
Just, again, several other folks that want to say a few words to the group today, and the next of those is a gentleman who I first met here on our groundbreaking ceremony day some time ago, is Mayor Brian Wyndham.
Well, what a great day for Brazil. I mean, this is a beautiful facility. On behalf of Brazil, I would like to thank everyone for coming out today to celebrate the grand opening here. Tom, you and your group have came into town here. You identified a need that we desperately needed, and more importantly, you done something about it. And we really appreciate the investment and that you're doing in this community to help us grow. As you look around, Brazil's moving along, and we are growing. And it's folks like this that come in and help us do that, and we couldn't do it without you. And this is such a great place that people be able to stay here. We had people leaving the community because we didn't have something like this available, and it's such a beautiful place, and having the confidence in our community to support it, whether it's through your employment, or residents and everything else. It's a great staff here. I've dealt with the staff here at the nursing home for quite some time, and they're fantastic people. And I just can't thank you enough for coming in and doing this here in our community. So we look forward to having a great day here, and on behalf of Brazil, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor Wyndham. I appreciate that, and I want to second your comments. It's nice to anytime you can open up a beautiful center like this, but I appreciate your kind words about our staff here, and I know many of them are here in the audience today, and just want everyone to know how much we think of them and are proud to support them here in this community. We're also members of the Indiana Healthcare Association through our operation of several centers, including one like here in Brazil, and proud to welcome here today the president of the Indiana Healthcare Association, Zach Cattell. Zach's been a supporter of ours and a supporter of our operations here in Brazil since we first identified the need for an assisted living center here in Clay County, and I want to invite Zach up here to say a few words and address the crowd.
Well, thanks, Tom. It's a real pleasure to be here today. I remember standing right around, let's see, look outside. Yeah, right around here a year ago, and imagining what this facility would be. And it's nice to see so many members of the ELC team here, but also clearly members of the community. Tom and his crew asked me to talk a little bit, give some context, statewide context, to why this facility exists here today, and talk a little bit about the continuum of healthcare. And the mayor hit on it really well, as did the gentleman from the Chamber of Commerce, and thinking about what resources does a community need to help preserve the quality of life, the continuity of the community in the place they want to be, rather than having to move 2-3 counties over in order to get that healthcare resource. And that concept fits within this idea of the continuum of care. You have here today folks from acute care hospitals and physician offices. I saw some folks from home health and hospice. We have nurses and therapists and dietitians all here, and they have to work together as a team to make sure that individuals who need care, as they transition through their lives, as they transition through their illnesses, are able to access that health care at the right time, at the right place, and as I always say up at the State House, responsibly funded as well. But making sure that those resources are available, and the things that we work on for our members across the state is to make sure that government agencies set the right policies to create an atmosphere that's right for these types of facilities to be constructed. There's a deficit to some extent in certain parts of the state of assisted living services. And certainly you here in Brazil and in Clay County generally had felt that for a number of years. And it's leadership and commitment from businesses like Emerald Shelter Group and Exceptional Living Centers that have taken the risk, but have done so in a calculated manner and have put together a wonderful product for the community to enjoy for years to come. And now you have in Clay County, you have an assisted living facility that's going to cater to individuals who need a little bit of assistance, but still are independent and able to get around in the community. You've got a great nursing facility right behind this that can help with your skilled needs. You have a local hospital here, and you've got partner hospitals in adjacent counties for acute care services, and you have ancillary services as well through home health and hospice. And all of those individuals, again, work together as a team to help patients and residents who need health care along that entire continuum stay in the community that they choose to live in. It takes leadership to do all of these things, and as the mayor had said, I think it's a proud day for Brazil, but also for the team at Exceptional Living and Emerald Shelter to see this project finally come to fruition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zach. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of our staff, and if you will stand up when I call your name. Gail Camonte is our Executive Director of Towne Park, as well as our 5-star Exceptional Living Center of Brazil. Teresa Glidden. Teresa will be our Executive Director of Towne Park. Heidi Weiss, our Community Liaison. Heidi. There it is. Christy Hogan, our Director of Nursing. There she is. And I've heard a lot of compliments for this person already. Maggie Dreyer, our chef back there. Thank you for the snacks today, Maggie. Carl Okulovich. Carl, I butchered Carly.
Okovich.
Okovich?
Yes.
Thank you, Director of
Oh,
Maintenance and
sorry.
Environmental. Thank you, Carly. Jesse Wentworth, our Activity Director. There she is. And Joe Garrett, our Regional Director of Operations. Joe. That's our Towne Park team. I want to recognize also there are other Towne Park team members here who are also parts of our nursing, housekeeping, and resident care in attendance, as well as members of the Exceptional Living Centers team and of the Emerald Shelter Group. Could you all stand up? I just would like everyone in the community to see just what a representation we have here today, and give this group a round of applause. Thank you. Our staff makes Towne Park a wonderful place, but it's the residents that truly make it home. And I want to ask right now, if you're a resident of Towne Park, could you stand up or raise your hand just so that we can see the residents of Towne Park that are here today? Here they are. Let's give them all a round of applause. All of the residents that are here today are members of our founding club. And I just want to welcome you all home to this beautiful place, Towne Park. We appreciate you having us as your guests today, and just really proud to open the center today in your honor. Our slogan for some time has been, come home to your home here in Brazil, because for so many years, residents of Brazil and Clay County, if they needed services like these, had to go somewhere else. So, again, one more time today, I want to say welcome home to our founding club and our founding members, and want to thank everyone for being here today and invite you to stay. We'll be giving tours throughout the center. Misty, who can we see for tours later in the day?
And we'll start one in about 5 minutes on this side and one about 5 minutes on that side. So if you are interested in tours, just pick a side and we'll lead you through.
Great, thank you. And again, want to say thank you to everyone for being here. Thanks for everyone here that had a part in this opening of this fine new center. And please stay and enjoy some of the treats that Maggie has for us, and take a tour. Thank you.